Transhumanism focuses on the individual's recreation of materialistic personal embrace. The belief transhumanists share have a physical body, but what really matters most is the mind and the development of cognition, which can be broken down to mere chemical and electrical exchanges. Technology is used more and more every day to enhance the human body. You may not even realize it at first glance, but something like a pair of glasses you use to correct your vision, or the phone in your hand connecting you to the rest of the world. These are all enhancements to the human body that further our reach on evolution. As quoted in 2012's Building Better Humans, written by Hava, Tirosh-Samuelson and Kenneth Mossman, your understanding and awareness are enhanced through elaborate learning and information tools on or near your body. As the reader, I interpreted this as the way our technology has advanced with phones and computers being an extension of oneself. It has become second nature to find answers or learn and adapt through one of these devices. In essence, we as humans are taking over the role of evolution and enhancing ourselves in a self-directed evolution. We are shaping ourselves into how we aspire our own bodies to be through the use of tools, which will inevitably one day be a physical part of us.
Transhumanism is essentially the philosophical school of thought that says that human beings should use technology to transcend their limitations. That it's perfectly natural for us to use our tools to overcome our boundaries, to extend our minds, to extend our mindware using these technological scaffoldings. The philosophers Andy Clark and David Chalmers talk about technology as a scaffolding that extends our thought, our reach, and our vision. Ray Kurzweil reminds us, 100,000 years ago in the savannas of Africa, when we picked up a stick on the floor and used it to reach a fruit on a really high tree, we've been using our tools to extend our reach. Technology is us. Technology is our extended phenotype, as Dawkins says. Technology is our second skin. We're not the only species that does so. You know, the termites build these enormous termite colonies, which are temperature controlled. I mean, our cities, like the termite colony, are really who we are. You know, if you're able to make that cognitive shift and transcend what Andy Clark calls the skin bag bias and realize that we don't end where our skin tissue ends, but that we are tethered to our technological surroundings and to our dwellings, and that what we design designs us back because what we design is us ultimately, you start to realize that technology, we're a technology making species the same way a spider is a spider web making species. You know, Kevin Kelly, who co-founded Wired magazine, describes technology as the seventh kingdom of life. He calls it the technium. He says that it's subject to the same evolutionary forces as biological evolution. You know, that's the craziness here, is that we're finding more and more that our technological systems are mirroring some of the most advanced natural systems in nature. You know, the internet is wired like the neurons in our brain, which is wired like computer models of dark matter in the universe. They all share the same intertwined filamental structure. What does this tell us? That there is no distinction between the born and the made. All of it is nature. All of it is us. So to be human is to be transhuman. But the reason we're at a pivotal point in history is because now we've decommissioned natural selection. You know, this notion that we are now the chief agents of evolution, right? Edward O. Wilson reminds us, we now get to decide who we become. Freeman Dyson, in the near future, a new generation of artists composing genomes with the fluency that Blake and Byron wrote verses. You know, with biological, biotech transformation, we're talking about software that writes its own hardware, life itself, the new canvas for the artist, nanotechnology, patterning matter, programmable matter. The whole world becomes computable, life itself, programmable, upgradable. What does this say about what it means to be human? It means that what it is to be human is to transform and transcend. We've always done it. We're not the same species we were 100,000 years ago. We're not going to be the same species tomorrow. Craig Venter recently said, we got to understand that we are a software-driven species. Change the software, change the species. And why shouldn't we?
During the 2018 TNW conference, Jason Silver said, "Technology is speeding up because technology advances or accelerates exponentially. But human beings are linear thinkers. That's the reason we never see the future coming. The brain evolved in a world that was linear and local. Now we live in the world that is global, and that's exponential." This is why I believe the ultimate goal of transhumanism is to revolutionize what it means to be a human by ways of technological advancement. With how our technology is advancing in such a short period of time, it's no coincidence you are noticing more and more talk about robotic limbs or prosthetics that are allowing athletes like Jerome Singleton Jr. to compete in the Paralympics as a sprinter. The future of transhumanism is making its way into our lives at an exponential rate, whether it is stated from before from physical extensions of oneself or even digital renditions in movies. Soon enough, our way of living will be postmodern and similar to 2019's Alita Battle Angel in regards to leaving our outdated bodies behind and advancing them through our new advanced technology. The possibilities of human evolution becomes limitless once it is being controlled by humans. With zero limitations and endless possibilities, we could be rolling around with built-in Heelys or being able to download different fighting styles like in the Matrix. Though this advancement won't just benefit us personally, but will greatly increase the functionality of many crucial aspects of our lives, benefiting the medical professions, increasing speeds which we can treat our patients, being able to have a full surgical kit that fits inside one's wrist, diagnose, treat and cure patients by yourself, not needing a team because you have arms that have built-in tools for your medical profession, taking it one step further and reduce the need to go to hospitals at all, now that your body can almost completely be made of super strong carbon alloy. Transhumanism is really leaving what we call modern behind in such exponential strides, furthering ourselves beyond our soon-to-be outdated organic bodies and moving on to the era without physical pain, deathly illness, or incapable bodies that has limited the human race and our evolution thus far.